It is a very great pleasure to be here today at the start of the All Energy Conference. I see from the pages of the Press and Journal this morning that the conference is about to go walkabout for a few years. I very much hope that that does allow you, Judith, the opportunity to continue to grow this conference, which is a very important one for the industry. And while there is, I think, an almost palpable sense of disappointment here in the North East that we won't have the pleasure of having you here for the next few years, there is a saying locally, haste ye back. This is a fantastic opportunity to get together at the UK's largest renewable energy gathering, to share experiences, see new technologies, and to celebrate the success of this ever-growing industry. Because, as we all know, Scotland is fast becoming a world energy hub, not just in oil and gas, but in renewables too. And it is worth pausing to reflect on how far we have come in recent years. Scottish renewables are now providing enough energy to meet roughly 40% of Scotland's consumption. A third of all renewable generation in the UK is now in Scotland. The latest figures show that between the third quarter of 2012 and the third quarter of 2013, renewable energy generation is up 20% on the previous 12 months. Together, we are now around halfway to our ambition of meeting 30% of the United Kingdom's energy needs from renewables by 2020. And our prediction is that with the framework we are putting in place, we can do even better than 30%. Between January 2010 and February 2014, we saw private sector investment in large-scale UK renewable energy projects exceed £34 billion. That investment supports over 37,000 jobs. Over £14 billion of this is in Scotland, supporting around 12,000 jobs here at home. The reform of the electricity market will ensure that the United Kingdom remains a leading destination for investment in the electricity sector and could support as many as 25,000 jobs in the power sector in the UK. This is in stark contrast with the rest of Europe, where renewables investment halved between 2012 and 2013. The UK government is committed to supporting and investing in our renewables technology to make sure that we retain our position as Europe's renewable investment hotspot. Projects such as the Dornell wind farm in Moray, which is estimated will generate at least £93 million in direct benefits for the Scottish economy. The Speyside biomass combined heat and power plant at the Macallan distillery would represent an inward investment of £60 million to the local area. And today, I'm delighted to confirm that the Eskdale-Muir Working Group has progressed very well. Through constructive discussions, the Ministry of Defence's concerns on wind farm development have been met, and their opposition to the project will be removed, opening up extra capacity for renewables deployment. And for the first time, we have created a tailored strike price for Scottish islands, which will help to unlock their renewable potential as cost-effectively as possible and increase the likelihood of a number of Scottish offshore wind projects coming forward. As MP for Orkney and Shetland, I can tell you, if you don't already know, that enthusiasm for exploiting renewables potential on the islands is very high. The UK government is currently in talks with Shetland, Orkney and the Western Isles as part of their Our Islands, Our Future campaign, in recognition of their incredible potential and to help and to work with them to overcome the obstacles to development. The whole positive picture right across Scotland is down to your hard work. The Energy Act of 2013, supported, I'm pleased to say, by all parties in the UK Parliament, Labour and SNP, as well as the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats, has put in place the legal, financial and political framework that is designed to last, not just for the next few years, but it reaches out 10, 20, 30 years into the future. Certainty, stability, predictability. By creating the world's first low-carbon electricity market, we are going green at the lowest cost. demonstrating that carbon reduction and economic growth can go hand in hand. Let me be quite clear. The coalition government's commitment to renewables as part of our diverse energy mix is undiminished. But to succeed, we need to keep showing that this vision of a competitive low-carbon market isn't an ideological or even an environmental one. We can keep energy bills as low as possible as we can decarbonise. We need to provide certainty, stability and fair return for investors, generators and suppliers. We also need to provide affordability and value for money for our consumers. You would not be surprised if you heard me say that I believe we can do this best within the United Kingdom, with a large consumer base, wide skills base, and a strong and diverse economy to support the renewables industry. So that is the positive case for Scotland's energy future in the United Kingdom, the protection of the integrated market. Sharing support, sharing benefits, sharing costs. Scottish renewables, just like renewables in other parts of the UK, are an integral part of our vision for a low-carbon future. Investment, consent, construction and generation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an industry with which I have been pleased and honoured to be associated and involved all my political life. Judith, opening the conference today, reminded us that this is now the 14th since it started in 2001. And it has been quite remarkable to plot the growth of the industry as you have seen the growth of the conference. And I think back, in fact, to that time. I myself was elected to Parliament in the first time in 2001, and what we were doing in Orkney, and the Renewables Realities Conference that some of you may have attended, organised by Gareth Davis of Aquaterra and others. And I remember how these conferences felt, the sense of commitment, determination and excitement that there was. I see how far the industry has come, how much we have been able to move on and capitalise on that sense of determination and still the sense of excitement. We've still got an enormous way to go. There is still much more that we can do. This conference will be another celebration of our achievements and our opportunities for the future. I wish you very well. Enjoy your days here. Thank you.